welcome back. Another day, another vlog. Monday. Probably some music. Change up the music a bit. The Epidemic, love them, but the latest sort of hits album they normally have, or what's trending, seems to get a little bit stale. They need to sort of change it up a little bit. So got something different a bit today, and a little bit of fun. A little bit of fun. It's Monday. Let's get into this wonderful week. Well, sort of. We're going to go back to work. Holidays finally over. Still don't have a house. We've got 2 offers in currently. Fingers crossed one of them gets across the line. It's been 5 months of non-stop looking for houses and losing and losing and losing. Obviously, we don't want to pay crazy, ridiculous prices, which people are paying. And I mean, people are paying 50 to 100 grand more than what an actual house is worth, as far as I think. I'm not a builder, but I sort of just go in and sort of suss it out a bit as much as I can. And it looks pretty crazy what these people are doing. So we sort of stayed level-headed, and look, if it's over our price, we set our price and we stick to it. And if we don't get that, well, we just move on and look for another one. So with 2 on the go on the hook at the moment, maybe we might get a win. This might be the week we win our battle and finally get somewhere to live. Fingers crossed. Anyway, back to work. I fly out tomorrow afternoon. So I should be able to do the show tomorrow morning. So I'll have a show out tomorrow morning, so that'll be fine. I'll be able to catch us then. And then Wednesday is going to be the tricky, because it's going to be my first long day. So I'm going to fly into Perth, stay at the airport till 4 in the morning, and then we then fly to work, do the whole shift, go back to the room. Room's been locked up, all my crap's in the cupboards for the last 2 months. I've got to unpack all that, sort dinner, chat to everyone, do all the stuff. Maybe Wednesday might be just a null and void. I'll see how it goes. It's going to be a long, long day. I'll try my hardest to get it in there, but yeah, just give you a heads up, and it may be tricky. But other than that, did you get to see the video on Friday night? The new video at day 8. Yeah, pretty cool. We got a taste of Albany, the Natural Bridge, the Gap. Some nice photos from there, some nice drone work around that area. Hope you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, don't know what I'm talking about, maybe consider subscribing. You'll get all my travel photography videos that I do around the great state of WA at the moment. We've still got a few coming. We're up to day 8. We'll go up to day 16. So we're only halfway there. And then I've made a heap of videos since then. I've got back from them over the last few months, and I'm going to go back to work and make some more now. So yeah, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe, smash the like, that'll help me out. That subscribe will help you. I'll do a premiere normally for the photo videos. That'll let you know when they're coming out, what time, so you can lock it in and get a reminder, which makes it easy for everyone. And yeah, hopefully you can come along for the journey. We've had a heap of new people this year. We're pushing, my goal was 1,000 by the end of 2021. We're sort of close. We're nearly at the 400 mark. It's free to join this journey of mine, and hope you'll come on. I hope I can give you some info and show you some amazing sights around this beautiful country of Australia. In Queensland now, so a whole new kettle of fish, whole new journey for us to go down. So yeah, looking forward to that part as well. So we're onwards and upwards. Now, a sad day for the channel. Those of you that have been for me for a while, I think I've mentioned it a few times that now I'm shooting a fair bit. I'm on the iPhone 12 now. Got my new Nissi filters for that. I had the M50 from start. It's how I got back into it. It's been carrying me for the last 3 years through this journey. I moved up to the RP, which is now the new little baby, and that's going fantastic. And I'm actually looking beyond that now. I'm looking to see if I can get us R6 for the right price, or at least an R model, and upgrade into an R. So definitely always looking to make it better and make the channel better and give you better photos, better everything. And yeah, I think my days of APS-c is sort of done. I can definitely see the difference between APS-c and full frame photos. The video side, probably not as much of a difference. The M50 was fantastic for videos. So that 16 mil Sigma I had was just a glorious combination. Along with the custom battery grips, battery, all that. Well, I've sold all that today. Gentleman in Sydney's bought it. He's bought the 16 mil, the M50 with the U-rig on it, my first lifeguard skin, all that on there, the Rem Mamba and the Sigma and the battery grips. It's all gone. I just come back from the post office after posting it. Been back and forwards all night after I put it up last night. She's done and dusted. It's gone. So now it's got to save up me pennies now. I've got that extra money there. I'm going to put that into my next camera, which will either be, as I said, either an R or an R6. Or at the short term, I may get myself a 16 to 35L series lens and start shuffling a bit there too. So I've got a few things I've got on the go I want to do. And I also want to update my Rode wireless goes to the new version too. So a few little things I want to use that money towards. But yeah, lots happening with the channel. So pretty exciting. A sad day though. I've done a ton of amazing photos with that camera. I've still got the 55 to 200 here to sell, and I've got the 40, my K&F Concept 42 adapter. So go check it out on eBay. If you want to do a deal on the side, let me know. Just send me a message below. We can maybe hook up and I can sort it out. But the 55-200 is still a great lens, still in really good condition. So, wow, yeah, big day for me. A little bit, a little bit sad. It's sort of, it's like your first car, I guess. You always see that it's hard to go. Yeah, the M50 has been really good for me. So, anyway, we will onwards and upwards. News-wise, not a massive lot around out there. Look, got to be honest, it was pretty tricky today. I've been looking for the last few hours, and there's not. Monday's always tricky. Probably the two biggest things going on at the moment. The new Sony vlogging camera. Now, it's a rumor currently. Sony rumors are really dicey. There's sort of real big guesstimates, where Canon rumors have a really good track record and pretty much spot the dog. Sony Alpha rumors and a few others are a little bit sort of very hard to pick Sony, because Sony generally just comes out and goes, here it is and it's available tomorrow. There's no sort of lead up. They don't do the Canon stretch it out sort of program, so it's a little bit different in that regards with Sony. Now, but the rumours are saying that we are expecting a new APS-c vlogging camera. Specifically, they're looking at making a whole new segment towards vlogging. So simplified video, centric sort of setup. No photos, none of that stuff. Basically just ready, set to go. Put it in your hand, go out, shoot your video, tell the world your story, like we're doing here, and like millions of other people do on YouTube and whatever format they're using. So I think it's a really good, they've smashed the photography market, sort of semi-smashed the hybrid video market. It's sort of still video-wise, Canon and them are very, very close. Maybe Canon's still on top of the video, but photo-wise with their focus, their quality, their 8K, everything in their A1 and then their A7S3 is just the best two cameras you can get at the moment. It's very hard to go against that. So look, Canon's got a little bit, and Canon's doing everything they can to come back at them. So look, I think if they're going to go out and create a vlogging range, it's by minimising the options and not having to worry about photography and having a solid level using that autofocus tech. What they've learned, what they've got on their pro cameras, and put it in a simplified format just for video, cutting a bit of cost, creating something that's cost effective that anyone can just pick up and then go do their thing and come on here like I do with you. I think it's a good idea, because realistically, Sony and Canon and all the other camera guys have got to fight against the Apples. Like I run Apple on here because I've got a $1,500 to $2,000 Australian Apple 12 Pro that I've got in my pocket that does great video, 4K, 24 frames, everything I want out of the thing. I can zoom in and out as I go, so I've got zoom. It does a great image. So that's realistically who the vlogging market, that suits the vlogging market. So if these Canon and Sonys want to compete, they've got to get something as simplified as an iPhone is. So I think that's a really good idea, and I think if anyone can do it, it's going to be Sony. They are very good at these sort of hitting that target. When they sort of aim for something, they generally do a really good job at it. So whether they get that cost the right price, as said, because everyone's got a phone, you've now got to add the cost on. So that's the tricky part, and that's where they're going to struggle to beat them in this area. And it's really a numbers game financially, and for me to have this sort of money invested in my pocket, to have another camera just to do the same job that this can do, really doesn't make a lot of sense at my level. I'm very positive, but I know I'm a little fish in a big pond. We got to do what we can do. So I put my good money goes to my photography, and that's why I've got the full frame and go on the bigger camera. So that's my idea anyway. But I think Sony will do well. And look, their rumours are saying end of May, so that's not far away, probably a week. So look, as I said, Sony in the past, generally they just come out and go, here it is, bang, no applause needed, we've got it sorted, here it is. So I wouldn't be surprised in the next week we hear something, but I will keep you in touch. Now the last other bit of news that's sort of pretty interesting that I thought, the Cybertruck, Tesla Cybertruck. Now it's sort of been quiet for a little bit, hasn't been released, haven't been out, but some interesting numbers Lou Later was looking at when I was watching a bit of his podcast about the reservations done on the Cybertruck. Now when it came out, it went crazy, batshit crazy on that $100 down, you can do a reservation. Some blokes have got 300 reservations and they reckon they're going to on-sell them once they get them, because you got to reserve it and get in a line like a queue, so you can buy it and then you can on-sell it and make some money, I guess. That makes sense in the American market. Australia, obviously, we can't even use it here. It's probably going to be a long time before we can even get it legal in Australia with the way it's constructed, and well, the cost of it's going to be out of the world. It's $70,000 for the triple motor, and then whatever else you got to put in it. So that's going to be at least 150 to 200 grand by the time you all the taxes on top. So it's an expensive ute. Now, having said that, 1 million people have reserved the Cybertruck. 1 million. So that's an estimated $60 billion in revenue for Tesla, which is an astonishing number. When you think about cars and selling cars, I think on average in Australia is about 15, maybe 20,000 a month sold. They've got reservations for 1 million cars. That's just crazy. That's 10, 15 years of a whole of Australia's car production or sales. It's an incredible number. In America, it's probably not too much. I think the F-150 is that's currently the biggest selling car or vehicle on the planet. That's roughly, I think, about 30 to 40,000 a month they do. So even that's 400,000, maybe let's call it 500,000 a year. 1 million, there's 2 years of reservations. And if it sells, then you've got the next model. And it's an astonishing number. 60 billion now. Obviously, as I said, one person had 300 reservations. There's going to be a lot of double ups, and people are trying to hedge their bets. Even if that comes back down to say 500,000 of these is worth 30 billion to Tesla. That's a lot of coin. That's as much as a year's worth of Starlink's anticipated money or revenue. So that's a pretty big number and great capital for Tesla to grow. So look, I think no matter what you think about it, and personally myself, I think it's ugly as sin. I could not see myself driving it. It just doesn't suit me. I guess I'm a little bit old and old school. That F-150 with electric in it is great. There's a mod called Electric GT you might see on Instagram. Go check them out. They do basically an electric motor and battery pack you can resto mod into your old car. So if you've got a beautiful old Ford or a Falcon or something you love, look, the electric age doesn't mean you're going to lose that. It just means we're going electric. There was a couple of videos out where there's a triple motor electric Ferrari now out. Electric GT were doing it, and it sounds insane. Like this thing is screaming. They got the camera in the engine bay. This thing's screaming down the road with these electric motors going. Yeah, it is pretty darn cool. So you go check that, Google electric Ferrari. You'll be able to see that. So you can resto mod your old cars. I think that's a better way. You still keep that character and those good looks of old cars, because some are, even like the Teslas, I'm not a big fan of their shapes. They're very round. I'm not a round person. Australia's not very round. We're very square, I guess, shape-wise. We're in like our cars, like the Americans, and that's probably why the Utes are so loved here, because that big square, solid shape. Europe's very into round cars, so I think they'll suit over there. But yeah, so I think there's still hope. Like, don't just go, oh, I have to get it. You don't have to get a Tesla. Just, you can go electric. You can turn your old Phase 3 GTO into a triple quad motor electric monster with just ridiculous. That'll pull 1 second to 100 like the new Tesla Roadster. And how's that? That is still going crazy on Twitter. So look, I think the Cybertruck is a success story no matter what you look at it, what you think of it, I guess. But yeah, 1 million reservations at $100. That's doing pretty well. That's $100 million in cash just sitting there from people that want it to work. So that's a pretty positive thing for Tesla. So very, very cool. And that's about it. I've got packing to do. I've got to get my bags packed. Long journey tomorrow. It's going to be a big day. I've got a heap of stuff to do. I've got lawyer crap to do as well. Still going with Dad's funeral, so we've got a bit of stuff to sort out there tomorrow on the way before we get to the airport. So we've got a heap to do. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I will see you all tomorrow. I'm sure we'll have a bit more tomorrow. Normally Tuesday picks right back up and bounces back pretty darn quick. Okie doke. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you all. And whether you're coming this way, that way, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.